What's going on, guys? Welcome to Rhino's Stuff. I'm Rhino and I got stuff. And the stuff I've got today came from the Grady County Toy Fair thing. I think it's called the Southwest Oklahoma Toy Fair. It was January 27th, and these are the things I picked up. Let's take a look. Alright, first thing I picked up here is this skeleton racer from MX Motocross, MXS maybe. Does say 2005 there on the back. It has a really nice looking head sculpt there. I am impressed with that. Decent articulation. Arms go up and down and move. Wrists rotate. The legs go up and down and bend at the knees. One thing I did notice is that the little peg here in the middle between the legs is busted out, so I will have to do a little bit of light repair work in there. Doesn't look like it's going to be too big of a deal. I assume it's probably just going to snap back into place. But yeah, I love this thing. You can see the rib cage there. It actually has bones in its arms. Got bones in his legs. He just looks really awesome. And I picked this thing up for about $2. Next up is the only figure I feel like I got ripped off on. This is Mondo Gecko, obviously. He does have his tail. He seems to be pretty complete. Got his nice little skateboard there for him to ride on. And yeah, this guy is actually going to look great on my shelf. I have no complaints about the quality. He is a little bit dusty, but that's to be expected from used toys. The problem is, I had walked and walked and walked. And I had gone to all sorts of different booths, and this was the only Mondo Gecko I was able to find, and he's one that I've been wanting to replace in my collection ever since MDJ 2K7 broke my other one. So yeah, I saw this guy, I debated, and I went ahead and bought it for $15. And I know I could have gotten on eBay and picked one up for probably cheaper. Yes, I am aware that that is something I could do. However, when you're at a toy show, you're gonna spend some money, so I went ahead and bought it. About 2 minutes later, MDJ 2K7 comes up and says, "Hey, look what I found." And he found this exact same figure for $5. So I spent too darn much. Next two figures here, I've got Bones and Scotty. It's a nice looking figure of Bones. He doesn't look bad at all. So yeah, I believe this is the uniform they wore in the motion picture. And yes, right off here to the side, the card does say motion picture. Looks like we got some sort of peg thing. I am not sure what this is. Looks like he's going to hold it with his hand, maybe? But it doesn't actually fit in his hand. So I got no clue what this thing is. It almost looks like something that would go in his back. We've got his little doot device. We got his medical tricorder here, which I will wrap around him right now so I don't lose it. I guess it's just going to hang on his shoulder. And we've got his base that says Dr. McCoy. It is a pretty good looking figure. I like the uniforms from the motion picture there, or just the casual wear from the motion picture there. It looks pretty good, and really the likeness is very spot on. It's definitely DeForest Kelley. Looks cool. So with Scotty, we've got lots of different accessories. You guys have probably seen these before with other figures. I know Geordie LaForge has some very similar to this, so I'll just put those off to the side. Captain Montgomery Scott. So next generation visit right there. There's a little badge stand. These are neat-ish. And here's the actual figure. And again, it's a great likeness. I don't know why I never put these in my collection before, but when you're at the toy show and you see them and they're $5 with all their accessories, you just kind of go for it. And yeah, not disappointed in this at all. Very nice looking Scotty. And the final thing, and probably the most important thing that I picked up, was Spock from Mego. So another figure from the motion picture. It looks great. He does have a little bit of red glitter there on his neck. I don't know why, and I don't really care. Paint on this is pretty darn good. I have seen far worse. It could do with a little bit of touching up here and there, but overall, it's very good. It's basic articulation. Arms go up, legs go up, and the head does not move. But this is a classic figure. I have wanted these for years. I used to have Kirk, but I never had Spock. Now that I'm an adult, I don't have Kirk, but now I've got Spock, and really, that's the most important thing. This guy was in the $3 bin. Obviously, they did not know what this was. So yes. So you can see this is a much smaller toy haul than I'm used to from these toy fairs. And I'm not sure exactly why that was. There were just so many booths that were just Hot Wheels. So many booths that were all brand new toys. There were a couple of booths where everything was 3D printed. There was a DJ booth. It was kind of a strange thing this year. There were a few tables where they didn't have anything marked. They had some pretty cool looking stuff, but with nothing marked, they're wanting to see what you think it's worth, and then they will double the price and say, well, I can go down to this, and you're going to get ripped off. I don't do that sort of thing. I like them to have the prices on there, and then I like to bundle and get it much cheaper. And that's what I did with my two Star Trek figures there, Scotty and McCoy. I bundled them because McCoy was like $8, Scotty was $5, and I said, I'll buy them both for $10. And yeah, they worked it out. It's not that big of a deal to haggle on the small things like that, but when you got a bunch of stuff that's still in the new packaging and you don't want to put your price on it, you're not going to get me as a customer. So I do feel bad about getting Mondo Gecko there, but he is going to look great on my shelf. I have wanted to replace my old broken one for years now, and now I've got the chance. So it's not a big deal. But Spock there from Mego, that is the absolute best thing, and I could not believe I found that in the $3 bin. So pleased, so happy about that. And yeah, I think that really made the whole trip worth it. So if you guys want to see more of these types of videos where I show some random toys and junk, stick around, like, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I will see you all later. Bye.